All right, we're live again. Happy Thankful Thursday, number 10. I had thought about calling it a wrap last week with Thanksgiving. I don't know if there is a more thankfuler Thursday in existence than National Carbo Load Day. I thought that was a good place to end, but then the number 10 was staring me in the face, and I like round numbers, and I thought, why not just push through at least one more week? And there's a lot more people in my life. I'm not running out of people to thank, and I hope I never do. But I don't know, might take a break for the holidays, focus on a few year end projects, and just enjoy the holidays. Take it easy. And by take it easy, I mean run around nonstop from each concerts and parties and all the other events that we have packed out on the calendar. I don't know. We'll see if I can contain my gratitude for a few weeks. But I can't contain it today because there is someone I've been thinking about in particular this week that I'm very thankful for. I am thankful for my mom. And she's probably watching this from a bed in a rehab facility, unfortunately. Physical rehabilitation, I should clarify. Although the way she's been hitting the oxy, take it easy, Mom. I'm kidding. She's fine. Well, fine, except for the fact that she broke her leg on Sunday pretty badly. Uh, Broke both the tibia and the fibula, and she had to have surgery. She's got pins and plates and screws and stitches and staples, and she's going to be out of commission for a while. And it's a really crappy season to be out of commission for. She's had her own calendar full of parties and concerts and other events, and all of those plans are going to have to be scuttled and shuffled, and that really sucks. Because there are few things that my mom enjoys more than getting together with family for holidays and wearing sweaters. she has this. She has one with like white Scotty dogs and little Christmas colored pom poms. I might be confusing that with the Snoopy Christmas sweater. She has a lot of sweaters and socks. She has a crazy collection of Christmas socks. When she says she's going to be there with bells on, she means it, literally. But she's going to be having to sit on the sidelines for a few weeks instead of joining us. We were going to go to a concert this Sunday, and I found out about her injury because she had a call to let me know that she's probably not going to make it to the Christmas concert. It's okay, Mom. I forgive you. We'll make it up sometime. But she's going to be camping out in a PT facility for about 7 days, and then she'll be going back home. But just needing to figure out how to navigate all of this. It's hard. But heart goes out to her. Been thinking a lot about just despite all of this, despite how sucky the situation is, she's been pretty steady. I mean, okay, she didn't want me to put this on social media. I'll just flash it real quick. There's my mom. She's beautiful in a hospital gown, giving a thumbs up and smiling. That was a couple nights ago. I visited her in the hospital, and in the midst of this all, she's able to keep her spirits high, which is amazing, and that is so her. Um, she is fighting tooth and nail to focus on the joy and hold on to peace, and she knows that this is ultimately going to work out, that she'll heal up, she'll get back on her feet. This is She's also feeling disappointed. I mean, this is shaking, and it really messes up everything that she had to look forward to this month. But she has this saying, focus on the joy, and she has applied that to her life. Like that's her brand. Um, and she's just a woman of strong faith and prayer. We've already seen how God's hand is over the situation and just put the right people at the right place at the right time to provide the right care. Surgery time was cut in half. The recovery estimates have been shortened. And there's just so many people that have been coming out to surround my parents in love and meaningful support. My mom can be unsure and anxious and discouraged. She's not a robot by any means. She's very emotive, and but at the same time, despite seeing her feel down, she'll still be steady and hopeful. Kathy Steininger is as steady as they come. She's my no drama mama. Her and my dad have endured a lot of challenges over the years. They're like crisis magnets. Not necessarily like personal crisis, although they have a few of those that pop up from time to time. But they are so giving and so servant-hearted. They make themselves available as a resource to help a lot of other people go through difficult situations. And it's really remarkable to just see how much they bear on other people's behalf and still remain steady. They have been steady for me, especially my mom. I haven't really talked about this publicly before, but during middle school and into high school, I was constantly dealing with gastrointestinal stuff. It really kicked off in like sixth grade when my appendix burst and I was hospitalized for a week. And I missed a ton of school. It was hard getting back in the swing of things. And then after that, every now and then, I'd have bouts of severe stomach and intestinal pain. It'd be hard for me to function some days, and I continue to miss school. And my mom would take me to the doctors, did every test under the sun, trying to pinpoint what this was, what was causing it. And the best guess anyone has was IBS. I can't imagine how my parents felt. Like, just watching your child go through this, trying to figure out what's going on with my health, probably fearing the worst. And then when the results came back, just feeling frustrated that the doctors didn't have much to offer except shrugs and no clear answers. This lasted for several years. And my mom took point on the appointments, on like needing to take off from work if I had to stay back from school because I was just like dealing with pain. And then by junior or senior year of high school, a lot of this kind of subsided and it pretty much disappeared altogether by the time I was in college. Just disappeared. Weird, huh? You want to know what it was? What I think it was? I think there was an alien that was trying to eat its way out of my stomach. No, I think it was in my head. I think the pain was real, but it was caused by this internalized anxiety that was just knotting me up. That initial round of missing school and falling behind and stressing out about all the makeup work and grades. I don't know. I have to ask my parents about how I was like as a kid, because I always thought I was pretty chill, but apparently I was also like bearing stomach imploding levels of stress. Either that or as an alien. Jury's out on that. But if I'm being honest, that's probably how I was. A little anxious. I can internalize that and turn that into the heebie-jeebies and stomach churns. Because that's how I'm feeling right now, a little bit. I actually just got off the phone with the IRS, which is not how I like to start sentences. And I was just trying to get some clarification on a notification I received last month. And it turns out I have to pay back a tax credit I didn't know I took. in 2020. So that's cool. So this isn't about me. A little bit more on that later, but this is how my mom endured me and everything I brought to the table. She's just so patient and calm through all of that medical stuff, through just everything else in general. Um, Again, I thought I was a pretty chill kid, but I was a teenager. So I'm sure there was plenty of other horrible stuff that my mom had to deal with. Um, but she's just been patient and calm through it all, through so many other stressful, way less than ideal situations. When I was younger, I would sometimes brush her off as being naively optimistic. Like, how can you not be freaking out right now? The world is crumbling around you. And to be clear, like I said, she's pretty emotive, and she'll freak out about stuff like figure skating or Al Roker not hosting the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. But the big stuff, when many other people would be woeing as me, she's still upset. She still lets you know how she feels, but there's a stubborn peace about her. And over time, I have grown to understand and appreciate that she's not naive at all. She's seen stuff. She's just wise enough to know that God is good, prayer works, other people are worth investing in, and you can never put too many chocolate chips in brownies. She has a saying, I mentioned this earlier, focus on the joy. And she didn't just randomly pick that off the shelf of a Hallmark store and adopt that as her mantra because she thought it sounded cute. That was a rule that she wrote for herself after years of experiencing things where it was hard to see any joy at all. But through faith and practice, focusing on the joy is something that comes naturally to her. And it's something that I've picked up on over the years. And it's something that's helped me immensely as I parent, as I run a business, as I get a phone call from my dad saying mom snapped her leg in half, as I get letters from the IRS. Here, let's practice focusing on the joy right now. So I owe some money. Okay. Also, on top of that, I've been waiting. Like I never got my 2020 tax refund. And I asked about that. They were doing an investigation. This was months and months ago and never heard back. And it turns out I didn't get a refund because they held on to it and applied it to this payment. So now I'm not getting a refund and I owe the IRS money. But if I did get the refund and spent that, I would be way more in the hole than I am now. So that's actually good news that I only owe this much money instead of like 3 or 4 times as much. That's a silver lining, right? That's some joy in the midst of suffering. Can we call it that? I don't know. I don't do it as well as she does, but just practicing looking for the light in situations and just trusting that it's going to work out. It could have been worse. That's not, that's my mantra. Could have been worse. Mom's is focus on the joy. But yeah, we can take care of it. Things suck, but we can take care of it. My mom snapped her leg. That sucks, but it'll heal up. She'll be back on her feet. We don't always understand how things are going to resolve. But if we're disciplined enough to look back and remember how things have worked out in the past and to see how far we've come and how much we've learned and how much we've grown and how far God has brought us, why doubt that he won't continue to carry us past this? Whatever you're facing, why not focus on the joy? There's a lot of other things that my mom has taught me and demonstrated over the years, but this is the one I'm focusing on right now. Thank you, Mom. I hope you feel better soon. take it easy on the meds. I'll see you in a little bit.